welcome back to the We Are Investing channel, a channel that is dedicated in investing and personal finance. On this video, we are going to do a much needed update on AMC stock. Now it's early in the morning. I'm going to try to blast through all of this because I got to get to work. But this is information that I think you guys need to know. Now, just so you guys know, I am holding my shares and option contracts. I have not sold a single one of them. I still think there is potential in AMC stock. So with that being said, before we proceed any further into this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing that like button. And please be aware that there is a Patreon for this channel. Whenever I open or close a position I post on the Patreon, you also get early access to videos, and you get access to a Discord server of over 300 members where we talk stocks on the daily. The first thing that I would like to discuss is the limitations on AMC on Robinhood. They have been increased. Right now, the limitations are 1,250 shares and 1,250 contracts. This is good news for AMC stock. However, these limitations need to be lifted completely until we get the full wrath of Robinhood investors or traders getting into AMC stock if they still plan to do so. The second news, and I think that this is huge news, and it's not just for AMC stock, it's for any other stock that has high short interest. The SEC is adopting a new rule. It's called the short sale circuit breaker. It was initiated yesterday, February 2nd, 2021. And the file creation timestamp occurred at 4:30 p.m., so after hours trading. So this could have happened to AMC stock yesterday during the market hours if this was created a day before. Now, when you look into this action and a summary of what it actually imposes, it imposes a restriction on the prices at which securities may be sold short. It is designed to prevent the execution or display of a short sale order of a covered security at a price that is less than or equal to the national best bid if the price of that covered security decreases by 10% or more from the covered security's closing price as determined by the listing market for the covered security as of the end of regular trading hours on the prior day. Now, this is designed so that the short sale price test restriction remains for the day and the following day. And they believe that it is appropriate at this time to adopt a short sale related circuit breaker because when triggered, it will prevent short selling, including potentially manipulative or abusive short selling. So the first thing that you need to understand here is that if a stock drops more than 10% from the price that it was listed at close on the prior day, this short selling circuit breaker would be initiated. The second thing that you need to understand here is what is the national best bid, because it's at that price or below that price where short sellers cannot execute their trade if this short selling circuit breaker was to be initiated. Now, if we take a look at this example, and we can find out what the national best bid is from this example, and then that should help you understand where this could be applied in the future. Now, if we have a stock, and for this example, the company is ABC, and it has bids at 200 shares for 1,000, 300 shares for 1,500, 100 shares for 800, 350 shares for 1,600. The best bid for ABC is $1,600. Now, it's at that price or lower than that price where if a short selling circuit breaker was applied, they could not short sell at $1,600 or below that. They could short sell at a higher price, but theoretically, if they were to do that, let's say a company is trading at $100, that is the best bid, and a short seller wants to execute trades. Well, they could not do so unless they shorted a stock at $101, which is $1 over the current bid. And because when a short seller initiates a trade, they borrow a stock and sell it, they would be selling it at a higher price. And that would increase the share price of the company in the short term because of the movement of orders. And people would be selling at a price that is higher than the current best bid. And it's very unlikely that that would occur because a short seller wants to drive the share price down. And if they initiate short positions while the breaker is active, they would drive the share price up in the short term. Now, I know that the share price on February 2nd dropped a lot. We dropped like close to 40%. And a lot of people have sold their position because the bag is just too heavy. However, like I said at the beginning of this video, I am still holding the stock. Now, if we take a look at the short volume yesterday, it was very high. The short volume was 28.76%. The total volume was 418 million shares. Of that 418 million shares, 120.2 million of them were short. Now that is a high short volume ratio. If you take a look at the chart, the last time we had short volume ratios that high was on January 20th. After that date, they've all been lower than yesterday's short volume ratio, and it is a high amount of volume. So what that shows me is that people are still interested in shorting AMC stock. And that could be a reason why we saw such a huge price. People could start shorting the stock, drive the share price down, and then holders would end up selling their position because either they have paper hands or the loss is too big. They're no longer willing to be part of AMC stock. That is completely okay too. But like I said a million times, I am holding my shares with AMC. And the last thing that I want to talk about, which is good news for AMC stock, is that yesterday BlackRock Incorporated filed an SC13G form with the Securities and Exchange Commission disclosing ownership of 6.2 million shares of AMC Entertainment. This represents a 5.7% ownership of the company. In their previous filing dated 2020-12/08, December 8, 2020, BlackRock had reported owning 3.9 million shares, indicating an increase of 59.19% from the prior ownership. BlackRock has added just over 2 million shares of AMC to their portfolio, and that is a huge purchase if you ask me. So in short, what the heck is going to happen with AMC stock? Well, we need buyers, we need people to stop selling, we need these short sellers to stop manipulating the price, and this whole situation has been a huge fiasco. Hopefully, Robinhood investors and investors across the board will start piling into AMC stock if we start to see some movement. And that could occur if short sellers could no longer short the way that they've been doing in the past, which has been manipulating the share price. And if we lift limitations on Robinhood investors and they can buy as they please with this stock. If the story is still hot, that is a big question now because there has been a lot of stuff to tamper this story and the situation has changed. A lot of people are selling. However, there is still a great possibility here. If the share price starts to increase and investors start to see this and traders start to see this, we could get people coming in for a momentum trade. And then we still have those gamma squeezes and short squeezes to be talking about because that could drive the share price up even more. So keep an eye out on AMC stock. I am holding until I can no longer hold anymore, which would be when my shares go to $0. It is a boom or a bust. I am willing to go down with a sinking ship, or this ship could take me to the promised lands. Who really knows? But with all that being said, guys, that wraps it up for this video. I thank you so much for your time. If you like this video and the content that I am providing, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing that like button. Do not forget about the Patreon page where you get access to the portfolio whenever I open or close a position I post on the Patreon. You also get early access to videos and access to a Discord server of over 300 members. Down in the video description below are also links to my Twitter page. I am becoming active on there as well, a Facebook group, and promotional links to Webull. But that wraps it up. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. And this is We Are Investing, and together we are invincible. See ya!